is up there, honey. I need her down. She is so, ooh, she's so bright. I don't need all that brightness this early. There you go. She's so bright. Hey, good morning. I was just up. I said, let me just go on here, talk. Who's in here? Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Okay. Hey, what's going on? I was just up. Uh, I'm well rested. So I said, I'm going to get up. I'm not in my favorite place, but I said I was going to sit up in the bed. I'm going to be laying down, sit up. What's going on? Hey, Betty. I'm great. Timmy, how am I shaded? You the one in LA. You want to be here on the show, but you in LA. Child, come on to the ATL. If you want to be on the show, come to the ATL. The doors are always open. Jaquin, calm down. Calm down, Timmy. Calm down, Timmy two-time. How are you all doing? What's going on? Child, like I said, I was up and then I went and watched the RuPaul Drag Race. You know, I ain't into them shows and stuff, but I was like, it's getting down to the last few contestants. Let me see who's still on here and who gonna be voted off. It was obvious they was kicking her off tonight, honey. Baby, anytime RuPaul done shot you the bird twice, honey, you out of here. And then when they went to the and when they went to critiquing you all, because the challenge tonight that I saw, because I fast forward the first half, I just went to the second half. I don't know what they did the first half. And then once I found out what the challenge was, I didn't listen to all that conversation going on in the workroom. I didn't do that. And so then I found out what the challenge was. The challenge was they had to do a stand-up routine. Stand up. Well, roast. It was a roast. They had to roast like three former contestants that was on there. Miss Congeniality. They won Miss Congeniality. And then they had to roast the panel as well as the girls, that was still in the competition. So, but I always say, I tell y'all, child, they can edit the show however they want to edit the show, child. Same thing they was talking about with the the T.S. Madison experience, honey, how they had a whole lot of footage. And I know they have a whole lot of footage because, I did a whole lot of filming. And then when I saw the first episode, so I already know. But going into that, I knew that, everything can make it on the show. They have to edit because, like you say, they only have 40-something minutes because the other time goes towards commercials. So you really don't have an hour show, although it's an hour show, just goes towards commercials. So with RuPaul, I already knew a lot of stuff been left on the cutting room floor. But when it comes to this comedy stuff, something that I know about, I already knew that the editing process, had to do a lot with it. But I'm sure the two girls that were in the bottom, I knew that those were the bottom two girls. I knew those were the bottom two girls. And I knew the way that they edited the show, Miss Thang was out of there. Because they edited the show in a way to show that the advice that they was giving you, when you went so they could critique you, and the advice that they gave you, you did not listen to the advice. You went out there and did exact same thing. What you did when they was critiquing you, you still did the same thing. You didn't take none of their advice. So then on top of that, she was the only one when she was up there bombing. She was up there and then she had made a reference to Lila Love career, talk about her career, and she, baby, Miss Thang said, Miss Lila Love started laughing, talk about, baby, you the one up there bombing. And then RuPaul, she said, RuPaul, your drag is so horrible. Would you stand up and RuPaul just said, oh my God. So it's like, honey, I know you out of here. And I'm sure she had some good moments, but they didn't show none of it during her routine because I'm sure she wasn't just that horrible, horrible. It's same with the other one, the little black girl, honey. The Left Black Girl. That is so horrible to me, honey. But you know, I don't watch the show every week, so I don't know their name. But everybody, but one thing I can say is, uh, I hate I don't know her name, but the black girl, the last surviving black girl, I do believe she's gonna be in the top three because everybody know that she is a threat, and everybody keep make referencing to her being RuPaul's favorite. Thank you, Dominique. That's her name, Dominique. Everybody keep making reference to her being RuPaul's favorite and everybody's favorite. They say all her critiques are always positive, blah blah blah. And she is gonna be in the top three because y'all giving her that spot because you all are promoting her. Y'all help to promote her. So if you all keep talking about her being the threat and she's the judge's favorite and then she get up here and she do her thing and y'all keep her on the lips of everybody. So yes. Yeah, she gonna be in the top three and I wouldn't even put it past her to win. But then again, it'll work. It could work. It could be good thing. It could be a good thing, and it could be a bad thing. Because the thing about it is, thank you, Byron. Say love the interview with Zoe. Hey, Lakeisha, how are you? Uh, it's a good thing and a bad thing because it's a good thing because y'all keep referencing her, so that means that she is good. If y'all keep noticing the judges' critiques of her, and y'all keep you know making it look like she is the competition, then why get rid of the competition if that's what it's for? If it's a competition, you came to compete in a competition, and if you notice that this young girl Dominique is the competition, why would they get rid of the competition? And I'm sure she's trending on that show. She's trending because everybody always talking, the judges talking about it, y'all talking about it, she talking about herself. So why would they get rid of her? She's trending. That's what the show is about. Numbers. And she's good, bringing good numbers. Okay. But yeah, I watched it. But then it's just like they made the child come across like when you're doing comedy, which was the challenge to do a roast. And they told Simone, that's her name, Simone. Who said Dominique? Yeah, her name is Simone. Yeah, Simone. That's her name, Simone. Everybody talking about Simone. Simone, 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 Simone. And Simone, now Simone had cleaned up for her for that roast. She cleaned up, came in there. She came out there looking like an old, low down, dirty, what you call 'em? What's the pretty one name? The pretty black comedian, honey, be dressing up, honey. What you call her sister? Baby, Miss Simone had came out there. Now she looked like $1 million, honey. So she already knew this ain't my thing. So I got to at least look nice. Can't go out here. And I like the fact that she came to the roast and she was not trying because she knows that comedy is not her thing. I like that she didn't come out there trying to look like a caricature like Wanda or Shanae or something like that. She came out there looking like Samoa. That's the comedian I was talking about. She came out there looking like Samoa, honey, looking nice. But her material just wasn't landing. And then she had them cards. And it's like I say, it's easy. Everybody has a challenge that's to their advantage, and everybody has a challenge that's to their disadvantage. And the challenge was that challenge is always going to be an advantage to the girls who host shows. If you host shows, if you the MC and all that stuff, then of course you're gonna feel comfortable because all you doing is you used to getting up here just talking off the cuff. Like I would have ate that challenge up. I would have ate it up because it's just like that's what I've been doing for 10 years. And then a girl that has only been introduced by me at a show. If I'm introducing you all the time, I'm out here entertaining the audience and introducing you, and you just come out here and do your singing, your number, then of course I'm gonna have an advantage over you because I've had experience at doing this. But you're gonna have an advantage over me when it comes to lip syncing because I don't, do all that. But the way they edit their show tonight, and like before I even say this, before I say this, they can't edit what you don't give them. They cannot edit what you don't give them. And then in the editing process, it's always it's it, it it's just you. They just editing you. They editing you. And the way they edit that show and the way it came across, but the way she come across is she come across as, she's prejudiced, or she feels like she's better than everybody else, or she want everybody to get her and don't nobody, and she don't get nobody. When I say get her, it's like she want everybody to be into who she is and what she presents, but she don't want to, get into who Simone is, or who Banji is, or who all these other girls are. You want them to get you, but you don't try to get nobody else. So it's just like, y'all study me, I'm not gonna study you all. She had that kind of attitude, and then that's the kind of editing that they did to make her look like that tonight. And it's just like, oh my God, oh my God, you can't feel sorry. It's like, I learned, when she leave and I learned a lot, and then it's just like a lot of stuff that I should have worked on before I got here. It's like, yeah. And and which leads me to the next thing that I just saw, that Sharon Osbourne has decided to quit the talk. She decided to quit. They told her she got to go, but they're putting it out that Sharon Osbourne has decided to leave the talk. No, she ain't decided to leave, honey. They done told you you gotta go. And so you say, what's your thought on Got Milk? See, Got Milk, I don't know. Got Milk, oh, Got Milk is the one that's the trans. That's the trans boy. She was born a woman, but now she lives her life as a boy. She's a trans boy. The thing about her is, the thing about her is, it's just like, she's good. She's good. But, and some people probably disagree, but I feel like by her being born biologically a woman, her, when it comes to her look, and she's smaller, her body frame, she's small, she's natural, her body is naturally that of a woman. So although she had her breast removed, and she still has a little petite face and all of that, and her her mannerisms are that of a woman naturally. So it's just like, I like her, but it was just like, I didn't know when I first watched the show. Like, if I didn't know, if they'd have went the whole season, I think that if they'd have went the whole season without letting us know that she was a trans man, then it would have been better. But by us knowing up front that she is a trans man, some people are going to put her at advantage over some of the girls when it comes to their looks and how their outfits look, and how they look in their outfits. Just like when they did the little black dress challenge. When they did the little black dress challenge, and she came out with the little black dress. Now this was before I knew she was a trans man. She came out with the little black dress hiding her private parts, the little bitty dress, little bitty black doll dress hiding her private. And then she had, when she turned around, she had a little bow like on the back of the dress. You had the bows on the back of the dress. And she had the little ribbon, little bow ribbon on the back of her butt. And baby, I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Then it was just like, they said, well, that's a trans man. I said, what? They said, yeah, she's born biologically a female. She's a trans man. I said, oh, well, that explains how she was able to get away with that. But having said that, there are some girls that can pull that off too. But they can't pull it off to the magnitude that she pulled it off with, because those girls that pull that off the way she pulled it off, they're gonna have to have some stockings and some hip pads and all that stuff. She came out there. I don't think she didn't have all that. Well, he didn't have all of that. But it's just like, I like that they're opening competition up for everybody, because she lives her life as a guy, a trans man. So why not? It's for guys, it's drag race, and she's doing drag. But it's just like the look, her makeup. I don't know if she's doing her own makeup, but baby, her makeup is always on point. And I don't watch the show every week. I don't watch, like, this whole season. I probably watched like 4 episodes, 4 episodes, and her makeup is always on point. But the one that got voted off tonight, can't think of her name, whatever her name, Unica, or whatever her name. The one that got voted off tonight, very talented, very talented. She's going to go far in the industry. She's going to be one of the favorites. They're going to bring her back because she has a lot to offer. She has a lot to offer. And then I feel because I know this business where I've been in this business a while, I feel they're gonna have to bring her back because she's so talented. You can't deny her talent. You can't deny her talent, but her attitude sucks. Her attitude and her character, it sucks. But they're gonna have to bring her back because if they don't bring her back to All Stars, if they don't bring her back to All Stars, it's gonna make it look like she won. Not that she won the competition, but she won when it came to the back and forth because she she already knew. She already knew that going up against RuPaul, the face of the show, then you land into the judges, and then it's just like I was surprised they even let her get like one or two in, but they had then when you think about it, they had to let her get one or two liners in. She had to get in on somebody because then it would have looked like they were attacking her. If they would have just edit the show where the judges looked like they was just laying her out, then it would have looked like RuPaul and Lottie Love and the judges they were attacking her. But they had to put her in there going after them to show why they attacked her. But if they don't bring her back to All Stars, it's gonna be like, they got into their feelings. They got into their feelings, and they don't want that to be out there. They don't want that to be out there. But you say she was trying to read the judges. No, she wasn't trying to read the judges. She read the judges. And I believe a lot of contestants read the judges. It's just that they edit that out. You don't get to see it. But when she was so bold with it tonight, it's like the challenge was a roast. You're roasting people. And like she said, I don't know the difference between roast and comedy. And then when people like when the stuff that she had wrote, it didn't work. And then that's when she started getting more personal attacks on people, and that is what comedians do. It's just like when a comedian, when their stuff is not working, like a comedian can come out here and they, do this, tell this punchline, and y'all don't get it, it falls short. They do another one, they don't get it, it falls short. Do another one, they don't get it, it falls short. So at this point, the comedian is like, bitch, everything I'm trying is not working. That's when a lot of comedians go to cursing. They use all of them because it's just like unnecessary cussing because everything else don't work. So now they think that this foul language is really fun. Everybody laugh when somebody cussing. So they just resort to going to the foul language. Every other word out of their mouth is curse, 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 curse. Whereas when they first came out here, it wasn't that. They were trying to, get you all to laugh at their material. But since you didn't laugh at their material, that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work. So now it's just like, and that's what she did. As opposed to cursing, she started, she started taking cheap shots at people, which they told her not to do when they were critiquing her before they came out to do the challenge. And it's just like, it didn't work. It wasn't working, so she just went on. She just went on out there. Yeah, when she asked Rue to stand up, that's when Rue shot her the bird. And then she did shot her the bird. And then it's just like at the end when they told her to go home and she was leaving, she had shot Rue the bird. But it's just like all of that was all of that was meant to be like, it was like, they just jiving, they just playing. Rue was serious. Rue was serious, and so was Lonnie Love. Although they made it like it was a playful moment, both of them were serious. Because Linus was serious because she had already told her during her critique, you don't want to get personal. And she said, then that's just like you're being mean. You're not roasting people. Roasting people is being funny and entertaining. She said, when you do that, you're taking cheap shots at people. You're being mean, and you don't want to be mean. And she came right out there, and what was she? She turned mean. And not all of us that, and it was just like, man, it's like, if this show is called RuPaul's Drag Race, but I'm on you, I'm gonna get you too. She didn't hold back from nobody, but yeah, I knew she was out of there. But they have to invite her back. Have to invite her back. Now they're gonna have to have a conversation with RuPaul to get her to come back. And Ru don't want her back. Ru don't want her back. But then they're gonna have to tell Ru, this is right. You already know this show is about ratings, and It's about ratings and views. So bringing her back, which they look at her as one of the ones that it's not everybody that came after you like she came after you. So people gonna be looking for that. They gonna want to see that. That's gonna be up in rate. They just showed that she coming back for All Stars. How they're like, oh my God, they letting her come back. So she gonna be back for All Stars. I want to book you. What's your booking email? I'm going to post all that information because I have a whole I have I have somebody that work on that for me, that does that for me, schedule my bookings and all of that. And I even have a business phone number, but I haven't been using that information because of COVID. But now that the world is somewhat opening back up and we're getting booked and stuff, the people are booking and stuff, so I have to give that information out. I don't have it on hand right here. The email and my phone number. The phone number. I'm on my phone now. I was on the computer. I can give you the phone. Business number. I have a business line. Yes, I have a business line. But yeah, I would love it. I would love it, love it, love it. You know what? Somebody said they say, have you thought of doing a drag race review? I love to hear your thoughts on the episode. No, no, I haven't thought of doing a drag race review. Uh, but tonight for the first time, because everybody asks me, you should be on RuPaul's Drag Race. You should be on RuPaul's Drag Race. You could be on RuPaul's Drag Race. Tonight for the first time, I even thought about, because I said, child, I'm not finna go on there. No, I'm not going on there, child, because RuPaul not finna ask me to do something she can't do. She can't do her makeup. She can't do her hair. She can't sew. She got people doing all that for her, but it's not for that. It's not for that. People go on there for the exposure. Although, I don't need exposure, but that's exposure on a different level. But still, I don't want to go on there as a contestant. I'd rather go on there as a judge. I am well qualified to sit on that judge's panel, honey. Overqualified to sit on that judge's panel. Yes, I am. So I will be willing to go on there as a judge, not as a contestant. Hmm. So, but Sharon Osbourne, I said to Sharon Osbourne to quit. Sharon Osbourne quit. Well, so she says she quit, but they sent her out of there. Cause see, Sharon Osbourne quit. But then the CBS released a statement, and in their statement, they said that with the situation that went on between her and Cheryl Underwood, she created an environment that was comfortable for not comfortable for the cast. So if she created an environment that was not comfortable for the cast, do y'all think she resigned without being pushed out? I said, no, we can't have you. You got to go. You got to go. But I knew she was going to leave. And isn't it ironic? Let me just say this. This is the thought that I had on the whole situation. Where after I found out that she left, the reason we can't uh, get rid of racism is because just think about this. This is the latest situation. The reason we can't get rid of racism is because Pierce Morgan accused of being a racist. Pierce Morgan accused of being racist. Somebody called him out on it when somebody asked him, they confronted him with being a racist. What did he do? Walked off the set, quit the job. Sharon Osbourne, somebody accused her friend of being a racist. She wants to turn it on. You accusing me. You making it look like I'm a racist because I'm supporting somebody who you all say is a racist. What did she do? She up and quit. She quit, but I believe she was forced out. And that's been the history of trying to combat racism. The people who are racist are the people who carry the torch for racism. When you having these conversations with them, they don't want to sit down and see what you're saying you see in them. It's just like they always walk away from the table. So if the people that are the torch bearers for racism will not sit at a table with you and listen to your point of view and see what you're saying and get what you're saying will never eradicate racism. We just can't get rid of it because those people are not willing to accept that they're racist. Some of them are just racist and they don't care. Some of them have racist ways and they don't know because they have picked up, they grew up, thinking that that's being the norm. So you don't know that people perceive that action to be racist. It's just like with the Georgia state legislator that was arrested here in Georgia on Thursday for knocking on the governor's door. She's a state elected official. She has every right to be there. She can knock on the door of the capital, of the judges, of the governor's door. What's wrong with her knocking on the door? Now you arrest her for knocking on the door, but then all of these white people, they stormed the Capitol. They were rioters and looters, and they whooped the police officer, and they did all that. Then they let them go home, and now they're trying to round them up to arrest them. Rioters. She wasn't a rioter, but she was a black woman. But then you in there behind this closed door signing this law, this racist law, with all these racist white Republicans standing around you watching you sign it. America don't want to get, and I tell y'all all the time. No, I tell y'all all the time. I don't talk to y'all all the time, but I tell y'all, America don't want to get rid of prisons, drugs, racism, because they make money off all of them. They're not trying to get rid of. They're not trying to cure all diseases because the hospital is a big money making industry in the United States. They're not trying to free everybody in prison. They're not trying to stop people break. They're not trying to reform everybody that goes to prison. They're making a killing off of prisons. Racism. They don't want everybody to come together. They're making the money off the country being divided. It's just like everybody was good. Nobody was going to prison. If they took care of everybody we had, you know, if we had, thank you, Taco Clubber, uh, Taco Lover, if we had cures for every disease and we didn't have a need for hospitals, just like how many people would be out of work? How many doctors would be out of work? How many scientists would be out of work? How many people that work in the cafeteria? How many people that work in, medical technicians would be out of work? How many, just think about all the people that would be out of work if we didn't need the hospitals the way we need the hospital. Same thing with prisons. How many people be out of jobs? We don't need no guards. We don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need this. We don't need that. We don't. The overhead for running a prison, overhead for running a hospital. They're making money off of that, so they're not trying to. Hey, Taurus in Harlem, they're not trying to come up with all these cures, and they're not trying to reform everybody. They're not trying to get rid of racism because, you know, just black and white. My nose itching. My nose is itching. But this country was built on free and cheap labor. Yes, this country built on racism. And then they're good at switching the subject, honey. Like the changing the narrative. No. Colin Kaepernick, he was kneeling because no. Said no, that's not there. That's not there. They changed it. They changed it so it could fit their narrative. Do you think Monique would be a good replacement on the talk? On the talk, just curious. No. And the reason I say no is I look at Monique just like Monique going to be a co-host on the talk. It's just like somebody just broke up with somebody and then they're going right into another relationship. That relationship you just going into because you just got out of a relationship, so you're going into another relationship with somebody else. You haven't had time to fix you. and to figure out what it is that what contributions you gave to the relationship not working. Hey, look at it, Liv. Uh, Monique hasn't worked out some issues that she's dealing with. You know, she's still not that Oprah, Tyler, and Lee Daniel thing. She haven't worked that out. She haven't just set out and worked that out and just come to the conclusion that, even if they don't apologize, even if they don't give her what she wants, to sit down and talk to them and they can have a conversation about it, even if she don't get that, she is still not okay with it. And then, like they say, the apology is not for the other person, the apology is for you so you can move on. Monique has not apologized to herself so she can move on. It's just like when, who was it? Uh, Somebody came together and they talked out their differences. I can't remember who it was, but if somebody had a long time feud and then they finally sit down and they talked, and then everybody was talking about Monique. Now Monique won't open and sit down and talk to her. Monique won't Tyler to sit down and talk to her. She won't leave Daniel. It's just like, and that's one of the situations. That's kind of like, like we said, the people that's dealing with the Asians, that when he had the gun shooting here in Atlanta, the Asians, the man and women shot up the three Asian, spas, and everybody that's dealt with, losing family members at the hands of somebody else through gun violence, they have to relive that over again. Monique is the same way. Every time a situation come up where somebody's getting together, they apologize so they can move on. Monique she's reliving that situation. So you have to get beyond that for yourself. It's like it's like she has given Tyler, Oprah, and Lee Daniels her power, and the only way they can have her power is if she give it to them, and she has given it to them. Yes, that's who it was when Will and the original Aunt Viv, when they sat down and they had that come to the Jesus Kumbaya moment. Then now she wants to put out here, she won't open, she don't talk to Oprah, she wants to sit down and talk to, and it's just like, no, and see, if she dealt with it on her own, if she dealt with it on her own, and said that even if they don't come, I have to get past this. I have to just forgive myself. I have to forgive them and move on, even if they don't come to me. Because the way she's going about, you're trying to force somebody to have a conversation with you that they don't have to have a conversation with you, and they've shown you for years that they don't have a conversation with you, and they have shown you for years that although you run around here bitter and angry, they are still moving forward and succeeding. Lee Daniels just did the United States versus Billie Holiday. Tyler Perry still kicking out stuff. Oprah Winfrey did an interview with Meghan and Harry. So Monique, you're the only one that's losing in this situation because you can't seem to get it in your head that life goes on with or without you for these individuals. They are not giving you what you wanted, and their lives and their careers have not been altered one bit. So you're just hurting yourself. So until Monique gets, no, she cannot be. And it's just like, she would be good. She would be good on the talk if she could work through those issues. But if she go there and she has this bad taste in her mouth for Lee Daniels, for Oprah Winfrey, for Tyler Perry, and she go on that show, who's to say what's to trigger her? And then it wouldn't be good. It would be CBS would be putting themselves in the situation, because if Monique would just say, if Monique was a guest on, if they brought her in as a co-host on the talk, and now Lee Daniels is coming out with the United States versus Billie Holiday. So now Lee Daniels is going on the talk to promote his show, his movie, the United States versus Billie Holiday. Now he's here with Monique. Do you think that they're going to be able to have the conversation about the United States versus Billie Holiday, or if Monique want to force Lee Daniels to talk to her about the situation that was created with Precious and the reason she's so pissed off with him? So she has to resolve that. And not only does she have to resolve that, she has to show that she's capable. She has. I've dealt with that. I'm letting it go. I've moved on. Because if she can't do that, then she's only hurting herself. And that's why I say she cannot. And even if it's not Lee Daniels, if you have not dealt with that situation, if anything, if she's a co-host, anything can trigger her. Anything could trigger her. Like just say for instance, if she was on, if she, just put Monique on the top, and instead of Cheryl, it was Sharon Osbourne and Monique. If it was Sharon Osbourne and Monique going back and forth, do you think it would have been going? It would have went the way that it went with Cheryl. Cheryl being quiet and just like, do you think Monique was gonna sit up there and do that? Monique was going to match Sharon Osbourne fire for fire because it's a trigger that went off. Something she just thought she wasn't gonna do it because she has not dealt with the Tyler Perry and the Oprah Winfrey and the Lee Daniels situation. So in that moment, all the anger that she has towards Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels, Sharon Osbourne would have got it. She wasn't gonna sit there and be quiet like Cheryl Underwood. She was gonna go at it. So for that reason, I say that no, she wouldn't be a good replacement on the top. Now she would be good had she were if she could work out that situation and move forward. But she haven't shown us for years that she can't move forward from that. You can't fall asleep, so you bad. But yeah, but yeah, I just saw that. And then I saw somebody say, I enjoyed your interview with Zoe. And I tell y'all all the time, I went back and I watched the interview. Oh my God. And see, I was there and I was doing it, I was part of it. So I couldn't, I just know what's going on and how it feels. And I felt good. And I felt like she was very informative and giving a whole lot of information to not only me, but to our viewers and our listeners and stuff. And then it's just like, I posted the video and it's got over like 8,000 views so far. But Zoe, 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 very informative. So I went and I watched it, and then when I went back and I watched the entire show, I was like, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, it was even better than it felt. Because when I'm doing it, I can only go by how I feel that it's going. But when I went back and watched it, it was even better and more informative than I thought. And it was a side of Zoe that although he shares with his fans all the time, he had personal conversations with his fans all the time. And I just watched the video of him. He did a video where he was talking about astrological signs and stuff, and he was just on there talking about something in general. Then it ended up being about astrological signs and who he would date and the signs that he feel he most compatible with and all of that. And I watched that and it was so fun. But it's just like it opened me up because I don't watch his videos all the time. And the majority of the time when I see a Zoe video, it's the side by sides. So it was just like he introduced himself to me in a whole nother way. And he introduced a lot of people to a lot of other people, I'm sure, that don't follow him. That's not one of his loyal supporters and followers. He gave us information that was like, oh, and he was informative, he was educational, he was entertaining, and he was funny all at the same time. Because when he opened his mouth and said that he was upset, he was mad at the boys because they weren't chasing him on the playground. Like, why they won't chase me? Because they're not in your head. They don't know that you think you're a girl. Mm. Uh, yeah, but he was great. He was awesome. He was great. He was great. I could sit down and talk to him, to her. I can see. And now he got me because before I interviewed him, it was always I see Zoe, and then it's just like he's sitting there. He's a boy, and he's doing this. But now that he has enlightened me on who he is and how he thought and what his pronouns are, it's no longer he. So I have to get in the habit of saying she, because it's just like with me. Like with me, when I'm on stage, people ask me all the time, "How do you want me to address you? You want me Miss Sophia or Joe or he or him?" It's just like, you can address what you say, you dress what you see, or you. It doesn't matter. I said, 'Cause if I'm dressed like, if I'm standing up here like this, and you call me Miss Sophia, it's only publicity, because the people around me and they looking at you like, "You call that man Sophia? What?" It's all the publicity. People gonna go and do research. Well, I'm just saying, oh, that's Miss. Oh, that's what. Oh, okay. So it don't bother me one way or the other. But with Zoe, uh, if I hadn't did this interview with Zoe, I would have been one of the people that said Zoe. I would call him, but I would probably get in trouble because I would call him Zoe, because that was the thing he said. She said, if you don't call me bro, don't call me bruh, none of that stuff. You can say she, her, Miss, or all that. Just call me Zoe or Zoe. I'm cool. So now I gotta retrain myself to say she. If I don't say Zoe or Zoe, I have to say she, because when I watch the videos and the clips, I see, Zoe, as the boy, and it's like, okay. So it's just like, this is just a job. I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. But Zoe don't look at it like that. It's just like, because I tell people quick, I said, child, this is just work. I'm just work. I'm just doing my job. Huh? This is just a job. I don't even get caught up in titles. You call me whatever. As long as you call me, and I don't care. But then it's just like to have that conversation with her. She's like, oh no, don't call me she, her, Miss Thing, uh, sis, auntie, shouty. I see somebody that put that in there a while ago. Shouty. I was like, girl, what it was shouty? Honey, she's like, yeah, we love that from ATL, honey. Shouty. What's up, shouty? Oh, but yeah, I enjoyed sitting down having a conversation with Zoe. Who is my dream guest to have? Oh God, it's so many, honey. How do I? So many, so many. Let me think about it, honey. Dream guest: Oprah and Janet Jackson. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. My dream guest, honey. Alive or dead? If I'm gonna interview him now, it has to be of somebody that's alive. Hey, ask Mama J. I think I'm gonna interview her. I want to, because of where we are right now. There are a whole lot of people that I want to interview. First of all, it's a whole lot. But the person I think I really want to sit down and get to know her story is Rochelle Farrell, because I know some of it that she's had to start over because of her brother owning the rights to all her music, and she having to start over from ground zero, and knowing how talented she is. I would love to sit down and talk to her, Rochelle Farrell, because it's just like, I want to know what that, I could imagine what that does to her mentally, but I want to hear it come out of her mouth. A family member, your brother. You're having to start over because of your brother, you know. And I feel like she is the Rochelle Farrell. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Live or dead, she is the best singer in the whole wide world ever. Cause she's able to do stuff with her voice that the only person that has come close to even matching what she could do with her voice is Leandria Johnson. And the only reason I say that is because Leandra Johnson is the first one that I heard whistle a whole song. Me with the inflections and everything. And Rochelle Farrell, the things that that woman could do with her voice, she could make her voice sound like instruments. You make it sound like a horn, make it sound like a flute, make it, Rochelle Farrell and her range is it's unbelievable. So I would love to sit down and interview Rochelle Farrell. Rochelle Farrell. It's gonna happen. I can make it happen. I can make that happen. I can reach out to her. She'll be willing. Good morning from Long Beach. Good morning, Mel Mel. Mm. Wendy Williams. Good morning. I interview Wendy Williams, but she's not that high up on my list of people to interview. It's just not. I could do without a Wendy Williams interview, but I interview her. Do you ever give do you ever give baby gays dating and life slash sex advice? Hi Stevie P. Do you ever give baby gays dating and life sex to my kids? My kids. My Macintosh kids. I don't just volunteer that information to just everybody. I watched a video when you competed for Miss Western. You had turned it. Thank you. And it's just hmm. Yes, but it's just like I give advice to my kids. If somebody come to me and they ask my opinion about something, I'll give it to them. But I don't just volunteer my opinions, and advice to people just because I've been in the business for a while. I've been living this life for a while. It's just like no, it has to. I have to know that it's wanted and it's going to be received in the positive manner in which I'm giving it. Although it may be some negative stuff being said, I don't mean it in a negative way. And so the only way to make sure you don't put yourself in a situation where you're being perceived as something that you're not is to only give that advice to people who you have a relationship with, or people that come and ask you for that information. But just to volunteer, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you. You see, I got my camera turned around over here. So I keep putting my hand up and it goes in front of the camera. All right. Come on with y'all questions. What's next? I can't wait to interview you. I have tons of questions. Would you run? Okay, now good night. For real. Okay, for real, for real. For real, for real. Good night, for real, for real. Okay, good night. Good night, Taco Lover. Good night, Taco Lover. For real, for real. Yes, I have to get ready for. I'm doing a what you call it tonight. See, I'm up early. Oh my God, my sleep schedule is thrown so off. It is thrown off. It is thrown off. I don't know what happened. Oh, I know what happened. Going to that morning show. Going to that morning show, honey. Going to that morning show. That's what threw it off. I am a Leo. I am a Leo. And that's another thing. I was watching Zoe tonight, and Zoe was talking about them signs. I'm not into the sign. I'm not into the signs, but I'm not into the signs, to the astrological signs, but I think now that I've heard Zoe talk about it, then I had picked up a couple of books, just because they were pretty. I had got these books dealing with astrological signs and all of that stuff. But now I think I want to, I want to know the people that I dated. Like the people that I dated, I don't know they sign. All the person sign I know is my dad is a Capricorn, my sister is a Capricorn, my mom is a Sagittarius, my other sister is Virgo. I don't know what my little brother sign is. My lovers, I don't know what they signs. My former lovers, I don't know. I just know their birthday. I don't know the astrological signs. I don't know. Cause I just never been. It's just never been something that I cared about. And I think because I'm basing I deal my relationship on you and who you present, not no sign. Oh, look, somebody, I want to hug you. I know that was random, but you give the good hug vibe. Well, hug. Virtual hug. There you go. But yeah. But I just never paid attention to the astrological sign. I just paid attention to your ways. How you. Then I see the Aretha movie. I saw the last half. I have to watch it. That's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I can do it today. But that's what I want to do. Watch the whole thing. You're welcome. What's your favorite time in life? Teens, 20s, 30s. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. It was. Oh God. It was those roaring 20s. Roaring 20s. Because that was in the middle of the college days. Mm, that's that's when I was introduced to the most in college. Fun time. Favorite. Yes, honey. Them 20. Oh, let me see. Mm. Just started watching you from the Zoe interview, and I had to watch your Imani Van Zap interview and slept watching your makeup tutorial video, the costume stuff. I had to subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm trying to get 100 million laughing hyenas, and we bust that 7,000 mark finally. Do y'all know how long we've been stuck on 6,000? We finally bust the 7,000 mark. We are over 7,000 laughing hyenas, honey. Do you still talk to Wanda? Yes, I still talk to Wanda. I see she's in a movie. She didn't tell me that she was in a movie, but I see she's been filming for a movie, honey. Oh, this was all yesterday. Love you from South Africa. Oh, we were trying to get over there for my birthday. South Africa. Don't look like that's happening for my birthday. So I had to go to Plan B. I'll be announcing Plan B soon. So I'm just going to have to celebrate my birthday in Mexico with Matt in the Queen Supreme Court, honey. Oh my God, say I miss my college days. I used to love the locker room orgies. Oh, what college were you in? Would you and Fucking Neva do a radio show or a talk show together? Of course. Why wouldn't we? Of course we would. Of course we would. The cover must end so you can travel down to South Africa and we get to meet you. Oh, I went to a community college. Okay. Oh, I'm still traveling to South Africa. We're just not coming as a group. Because and it's not, and you know everything happens for a reason. So I'm not just gonna say that. I mean, everything happens for a reason. I have plans, and I tell you all the time, we make plans, but God what? God's plans supersede our plans. And my plan was to take me and my laughing hyena to spend my birthday in South Africa. I had already mapped out the dates, you know, July the 24th through the 31st. But it's just like the travel agency, my friend is a travel agency. Yeah, the real trade in South Africa, honey. You know, they just never got back with me. Got back with me with the information. I reached out 3 or 4 times, so it's just like, you know, now it's just I just feel that it's this is we on our way to April, May, June, July, April. Next week gonna be April, May, June, July. How we gonna go to South Africa and get ready to go to South Africa in 3 months? It's not realistic. I'm just being realistic, and that realistically, that is not about to happen. So I'm having to go with Plan B, and I do have a wonderful Plan B to celebrate my birthday. So y'all just stay tuned, honey. Stay tuned and get ready. No, I didn't hear about that. Janet Jackson. Did you hear about the Janet Jackson releasing her own docu-series about everything in 2022? No, I didn't hear about that. That's shocking, especially since she's so private. She's gonna be talking about the Jackson family more, honey. I doubt that. She's so private. Mm, baby. Honey. But yeah. But I still want an assistant. Although Jasmine Nicole Richardson, she's assisted me in so many ways, and I appreciate her. Y'all keep her in y'all prayers as well. Jasmine Nicole Richardson, because her neighbor, one of her neighbors, gave birth, and I don't know if she died during childbirth or she died after she delivered the baby. But y'all keep Jasmine Nicole Richardson in your prayers, so because she's going through that situation with her neighbor. Uh, and she's helping me a lot. She's doing a whole lot. But I still need an assistant. I need an assistant that I'm able to pay to be with me, to be on by my side. Everywhere I go, they go. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And things that, you know, now that COVID is kind of trying to get out of here with the vaccine and people getting the vaccine and all that, a lot of places are starting to rebook the entertainers again. A lot of the contests that I normally host, they are, you know, calling again. So I need to now I'm getting ready to go and come on with it. Come on with it. I've been writing. It's oh, I've been writing, planning, and trying to move forward. Because a lot of stuff, you know, COVID did a lot, but there was a lot. We had a lot of time, had a lot of time, over a year, to just plan. But at first, it was just like, at first we was like thinking, well, it's gonna be over in a couple months. We'll give it a couple of months, then a couple more months. Well, maybe it'll be over in a couple of months. So it's like a couple more months. This is like, so it's like, oh, well, this is don't know when this gonna be over. So we need to go on and start, you know, planning for whenever it's over. Be ready to jump back out in the game, honey. So yeah, Tina has a farewell coming to her fans tonight. I'm sure I get that from Hot Chocolate, baby. She know everything, Tina. Hey, Kenneth. You need your shirt. You need to go to realuradio.com to the store. Child, this is my book release with Craig. No, I'm not going to Miss Orlando, Miss Glamorous in Orlando. I would love for you to release the book with Craig. Help, maybe. I would buy 10 copies. I don't think I'll be releasing my book with Craig. Help. Or JL King. JL King has offered. I was with JL King. I had talked to JL King about it a long time ago. When JL King first started his when he was helping different people and stuff. Hey, Courtney. Happy belated birthday, Courtney. Was your birthday yesterday or is it today? Was it yesterday? Happy belated birthday or happy birthday? Whichever way. See, I keep up with you, Courtney. Yes, I do. I'm good. Who you rooting for? The pageant is stacked. Well, I have a lot of girlfriends in the pageant. I have a lot of girlfriends in the pageant. I'm telling y'all right now, any of those girls that's in that pageant could win that pageant. But I'm telling y'all right now, if somebody sneak and win, it's going to be because a lot of people don't know of her work. It is the Ross girl. That thing is going to dance you guys out of this world. Her talent is just that fierce when it comes to her dancing. Her dancing puts her on a whole nother level. So if anybody sneak and win, it's going to be her. You cannot count Nicole Love Dupree out. And the former Miss Continental, you cannot count her out. But the girl I think is the girl who I think now let me just say this. They are giving away $10,000 for this pageant to the winner. Winner takes all. Now they're only giving away $10,000. I say only giving away $10,000 because this statement I'm about to make. They're only giving away $10,000 winner take all. But the girl who I know has spent $10 million to win this title is Layla LaRue. Layla LaRue is not going to play with you all at all. Now, like I say, everybody, I don't know who's gonna win. Jasmine LeMasters, it's designed for somebody like Jasmine LeMasters to come and slam the door on y'all too. Because I think for talent, it's solo talent. You have to do solo talent. I don't think you can have all these dancers and you have to do talent by yourself. And Jasmine Lemaster, if Jasmine Lemaster decides to get up there and do, she could do a stand up routine. She do the Nene Leaks, or she could do the Patti LaBelle. Then you got Nicole doing Whitney, Nicole doing Phyllis Hyman, Nicole doing Rachelle Farrell. Then you got Layla LaRue coming in here doing Joan Crawford. Layla LaRue, and I'll tell you what Layla LaRue done put together while we've been during this pandemic. And see, that's what I say. A bitch like Layla LaRue is so dangerous because we have been on lockdown and shut down. So a creative person like Layla LaRue, she ain't had nothing but time to create something to blow y'all mind away. And then you have the Leilani Ross. She you know how you go to the Olympics and they say this move right here is named, like you say for instance, the tennis, this move is called the Serena. Leilani is the bitch that's gonna have dance moves named after her. She's in it. So it's just like, baby, it's gonna be a, yeah, Layla come out there do a Missy Elliott. Well, ain't no telling what that bitch finna do. Cause I'm telling you, she is. Mm. But like I said, I have a lot of girlfriends in that pageant, so I don't know. I don't know what's getting ready to happen in Orlando on Monday night, but it's gonna be amazing. It's going to be amazing. What else? What would your book be titled? Oh, I know what would. What is? Oh, mm, I, I can't say it because somebody will steal it. I can't say it, but I have couple. I have a couple. One of them somebody suggested that I'm not going with that. They talking about. Oh, baby, they was just being no. Somebody said you should title your book the real my dear. Said no. No, honey. You gonna have me. You gonna have me sitting around here acting like Monique. I have I have moved on from that situation, honey. Mama, true question. Do you think you're undervalued in the community? No. No. I don't. I don't. I love you too. He is PJ Pick. I love you too. Mama, Chris, do you think you're undervalued? No, I don't. And the reason I say so is because the community still supports me heavily. Heavily. The community still supports me heavily. Mm. Oh, yeah. Heavily. How do you keep yourself relevant, or better yet, how do you remain working uh, by knowing what's going on in the world, in the entire world, as opposed to just knowing what's going on in the gay community? I, I'm connected to CNN and MSNBC. I'm connected to BET. I'm connected to YouTube. I'm connected to Instagram. You know, I'm connected to the world outside the world that we live in, the gay community. Did I, Courtney? With all the gays, you should be a millionaire. We have all learned something from you. I have learned so much from you. But you know what? It's millionaires are made by God, and I don't know what his hold up with me. I don't know what his hold up with me is. But I know that it's never too late, and it can happen when you least expect it, honey. You still find about Miss Tyler Perry still in your act? Everything happens for a reason. God don't make no mistakes. Oh, but that situation gonna come full circle one day. You just gotta, I can't. That's what I'm telling you all, and that's what I'm saying by being able to move on, and being able to genuinely move on. This is like if a lot of people, a lot of the gay community know the situation. They know that situation, but I am not. I'm not getting no. Every time I get an opportunity or go do an interview, I'm not bringing that up. I don't bring that up. My life exists of so much more than that, and that's what I'm trying to get Monique to do. Just let that go, and when God is ready for that situation to when He's ready to sit that situation in your lap, He's gonna do it. You can't force Him to do it. You can't make Him do it. You can't make it happen. He's the only one that's gonna be able to make that happen. So, in other words, you're just frustrating yourself by trying to force it yourself. You can't do it. That's out of your control. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And like I told y'all, I even got all kind of evidence, and I got all kind of clips and cause y'all know I'm a pack wreck. I keep everything. I save everything. I got all kind of evidence and stuff, and took it to the lawyer. Sit down and talk to the lawyer, and we get ready to file the lawsuit. And I just told the lawyer, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And the reason I said I didn't want to do this was because I didn't want to be the person in Hollywood. They say the only reason you here because you sued Tyler Perry and got all that money. You can't act. You not funny. You not. And I said my talent will get me where I need to go. I don't have to go this route. Although legally I was probably all rights I could have, but it's just like. And then ever since then, it's just like I still been. Am I a multimillionaire? No, I am not. Would I love to be a multimillionaire? Yes, I would. Do I think it's ever going to happen? Yes, I do. But it's going to be on God's time and in God's timing. On God's term and in His timing. That's it. And then, you do you get upset when your fans bring it up, or would you want to follow your lead and let God handle it? No, I don't get upset when my fans bring it up because it's just like it's. I look at it like this. It's just like I say for instance, if I used to smoke weed and then I stopped, and then people around me, I'm in the industry where people around me they smoke weed. Do I get upset with the people that smoke weed because they know I used to smoke weed, and they around me smoking this weed and know I done quit smoking weed and they around me smoking weed? No, I welcome that because that shows me how strong I am to be in a situation that I knew that I know I used to be a part of. I used to smoke weed, and now I don't smoke weed. And now I'm around people who smoke weed. I could be tempted to go back to smoking weed, but I don't. So that helps me to see how strong I am about the situation. And then when we're talking about the Tyler Perry situation, when people bring it up, my fans bring it up. You said keyword, my fans. My fans bringing it up. If they are really my fans, they're not bringing this up to hurt me. They're bringing this up to support me. But even them bringing it up to support me, if I don't start reacting the way Monique reacts, it shows me that you really are. She really is okay. It's just like it's out of my. And like the child said, her, it's above me now. It's above me now. I've turned it over to God. So you want me to say that I turned this situation over to God, and then it's just like every time somebody bring it up, then I want to take it back from God and say, "Oh God, never mind. I got it." Oh no, it's above me now. It is. It's above me now. So it's just like no, I don't get angry and upset about it. I'm just like it is what it is. It is what it is. But the way I react to the situation is what I'm in control of. And I never want to react. And I never did react in a negative way. Like the one time when I did the video, like the video is still out when I was over at FM Digital Live and I talked about it. I just really told the TIE. And I never have addressed it like that since then. That's been years ago when I was over at FM Digital Live, on George Tell's radio show. And it's like I say, I know, and it's just like he know I'm around. It's just like I just gotta keep going, honey. Yes, and you say when I oh my God, I saw a couple you said, and then when I interviewed Craig, he said that you did plays with him, and it's like right, you're right. I did when Craig a day in the life, his first play, a day in the life, his first play. So yeah, we got some story. I got some stories about that too. Good stories, but it just shows. It's just like yeah, I got these questions coming in. Do you find peace in the fact that you have paved the way for so many people? It's just like yes, yes. Yes, I do. Uh, love if iconic was a salary, the bills are paid. But my mama say, God don't double team. If you gonna handle it, then he'll step back and let you mess a mess and pay for it. So let him handle it. But I have good stories about that when we first started. And then it's just like when you do stuff, it's just like when I was back then, back then, we knew that we were on to something. But I feel like this COVID, COVID during my time of reflection, honey. What COVID has done for me is just like I've done a lot of stuff. Not I, but like we used to do a show called The Dish, And this was just like I told y'all, we were sitting around at a rest. We always go to restaurants and eat. And then when we finish eating, and while we eating, waiting on our food, when we eating, and when we finish, we still sitting there hours later after we done eating. We're still here talking. Me and some of my people that I was hanging around, coworkers, associates, and all that, friends. So then we're like, we need to come up and do a show because we sit up and we eat and we sit up here and eat and then we just go to talking to some of our conversations, the good conversations. These are conversations that everybody need to hear about, need to hear. So that's when we came up with this show called The Dish. And that's when we went over one of our friend's house and we all originally we was all supposed to bring a dish and we sit up and we eat. So we were the original, what is it called now? Mukbang. Sit around eating and talking. We were the original mukbang. We were also the first ones to do it, like we sitting around doing, like a talk show on the internet. We were ahead of our times with that. So it's just like with that show, The Dish, and people still to this day ask us to come back with The Dish, The Dish, The Dish. And it's just like so many things like that. I feel like I was ahead of my time with so many things. It's just like now this we were doing that. Now this is popping. Why it wasn't popping when we did it? I was doing this. Now it's popping. Why wasn't popping when I first did it? I was doing it. So it's just like now. It's just like you never know where life is gonna go or where you're gonna end up. And this is like when we was with Craig, we was doing that. We knew that Craig plays had the potential to be touring just like a Tyler Perry play. But like I say, getting the finances to bag something like that. It's like we have a whole lot of people have a lot of great ideas, but to get the finances for somebody to help bag that, and then some people come along and say that they'll do this and they'll do that, but that budget, it's just like they can say that what they're gonna give you for the budget, but when you go over that budget, it's just like you're just back to square one. So even and Craig and I, we even started writing a script. The the show that you all see, well, the show that y'all see now is not the original cast. The Monday night show. Back then, Craig did the show, and it was titled "A Day in the Life," the play, and it dealt with a lot of stuff that we are dealing with now. We had a transsexual in there, my daughter Jasmine Bonet. Then he had a psychologist in there, and a therapist, and Juan. You know, it's just so. But it dealt with a whole lot of stuff that we're dealing with today. It's relevant today. A day in the life that play is still relevant today. But when you don't have the finances to get your dream off the ground or to get that boost, and then you have to consider that you have the people like Tyler Perry. So if somebody wanna Tyler Perry, he dominate, and then there was who else was out there? It was just like a couple of black people that were on the Chitlin circuit. That's what they called the Chitlin circuit. David Talbert and a couple more people were out there then. And just like that's what and then everybody is, you know how we are. It's just like whoever is the hottest, that's who we support. So it's just like you say David Talbot, you say Tyler Perry, or you say some other folk, and then you say Craig, Craig. Who is Craig? I know David, I know Tyler, but who is this Craig? so so it's just like child. But to just see everything now, and then like Craig's over there with Mad is, that's like, it's just life. You just have to keep living. You just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. It's a journey. That's why they call it a journey. Because you never know what your journey is going to be from one moment to the next. But God knows what it is going to be. And that's why it's important for me to stay in the will of God because He knows my journey. So why would I want to be disconnected from the person that knows my journey? And although it's just like, I see people, that are just doing stuff that I would love to be doing, but That's not what he has me here for. He has me here doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Although I see myself here and there. He probably see myself there too, but not just now. Not right now. And that's okay. That's okay, honey. But it's just like with you. Whatever it is that you want, your desires are for you. They're not happening as fast as you want them to happen, honey. But it's just like that's life. That is just life, honey. But oh, excuse me. I'm not sleeping, baby. Look, all these comments coming in. I ain't seen none of them. I can't wait for you to appearance on T.S. Madison Experience. Y'all magic. I can't wait for your appearance on T.S. Madison. I was on the first episode. And then just make sure you bring Yams back. Yams is back. Yams is back. That's what I used to tell myself and other suicidal victims. Just keep on waking up. Yes, honey. Our sponsor will be the T. Could you guys get sponsors? Couldn't you guys get sponsors? Baby. Uh-huh. The dish, yes, y'all's going in. Leave it alone. Yes, honey. But I was on the first episode. And then this is the fifth episode coming up next Thursday. And the sixth, oh excuse me, the sixth episode, I think I'm gonna be on that episode, me and fucking Dineva, on the sixth episode, the last episode, I believe. Fucking Dineva and I'll be on there. But yes, it's just like, oh no, I didn't ride down in the RV. So you should try TikTok. Your videos would blow up. Hey, Corrupt 1985. See, we talked about that. If you watched, I was on the morning show, and Auntie Monty Van Zap, she was on there, and we talked about that. It's just like YouTube is mine. YouTube is for me. Like, like I tried. Like even like at first I was when I found out about Facebook Live. That was me. Facebook Live. I'm going Facebook Live. I'm going live on Facebook. I never have gotten that into the live on IG. But YouTube is me. YouTube fits what I want to do. And like them clips, like that side by side and all that, it's just like it would be it and no shade, it probably would be a good fit for me for those that like that. Hey, DD58. For those who like that, it probably would be a good fit. But my thought process where I am right now, it could change next. It could change in 10 years. But where I am right now is I'd rather invest. I'd rather, like I'm saying, like I said about Craig and the place getting sponsorship. I'd rather get the money and invest in my YouTube channel as opposed to being all over the place. I look at this YouTube as being my lane, me staying in my lane, me going doing YouTube, then I'm over here doing Bigo, then I'm over here doing TikTok, then I'm over here doing IG, then I'm over here doing Facebook. It's just like, no, I'd rather have one quality product and invest into that product as opposed to spreading myself all over the place. I'd rather just bring everybody together on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Like, yeah, it'd be good. It's just like the more checks, that are coming in is the better. But all that's not gonna be quality stuff. And then it's just like, the people that are doing stuff like that, like the Madden. Maddie, you say, well, Maddie do it. Maddie got help. Maddie got a team. You want me to do YouTube? It's just me. You want me to do Instagram? It's just me. You want me to do TikTok? It's just me. You want me to do Facebook? It's just me. You want me to do? It's just me. Even Auntie got people helping her. So it's just like it's okay if you have a team. Yeah, I can do that because all I got to do is go do the video and give it to somebody else, and they do all the distributing, uploading, and typing and titling it and all that stuff. Somebody else do all that. But when it's just you, it's like okay. And realistically, mm-mm, mm-mm. And seeing that and this kid, they said I appreciate that. I did a video about that too. It's just like I volunteer. He said I volunteer, and it's like I don't want I am to the point in my career now, and this and this is the situation that me and God are going through right now. It's the situation where it's just like I uh I don't want anyone to volunteer at this stage in my career. I don't want anyone to volunteer right now because I've had volunteers. I've had people that were working, you know, for what I could afford to pay them. I've had people to assist me, for free and all of that. I don't want that no more because eventually it gets to the point where this person that's volunteering their time, something comes up that is a paying gig. So do you think they're going to continue to volunteer for me when they have an opportunity to make some money? No. So I'm going to be right back to me. It's just me. So until I'm in a position where I can pay people to do the stuff that I need done, it's just going to be me and whatever I can do. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go outside my means. And I'm definitely not going to take on new projects when I can't even get this one right where I want it. So that's just not going to happen. And I've already, like I said, I've already did well, I need a graphic designer. How much you charge? I charge $5. I'm not gonna be able to pay you $5. Do you think you could do it for $3? Yeah, but then eventually I'm gonna start getting the $3 service. I'm not getting. And the reason I'm getting the $3 service because I already have the, because I already know up front. You're not paying me what I asked you for. I'm just working with you. So if I'm working with you, you're gonna have to work with me. If you was giving $5, I give you the $5 service. But now you giving me three. I'm working with you, so work with me. Let me see. What's your ultimate goal? You want to talk? You want a talk show, or like what is your objective for your YouTube platform? You had the radio show. You had the radio show, but is this more than you want? Do you want mainstream? My goal is to be on radio. My goal is to be theater, movies, television shows, sitcoms, television, movies, my radio show, and my YouTube channel. To always have my radio show, my YouTube channel, but right. You get what you pay for. If you don't pay for nothing, you ain't getting nothing. But my YouTube channel and my radio show I want to always YouTube radio. They're my babies. They will forever be with me. No matter what I do, if whatever movie I'm doing, I'm still doing my radio show. I'm still doing my YouTube channel. Whatever TV show I'm doing, I'm still doing my radio show. I'm still doing my YouTube channel. Those two things I'm not letting go. The movie, YouTube, and radio. That's my connection to you all. That helps keep me grounded. And see, a lot of people, I never want to get to the point where Y'all feel like, oh Miss Sophia, now she doing movies and she doing television. Now she done left us. Never, because it's just like with everything that's going on and everybody else that's moving on and they doing their thing, they doing this. It's just like we still here. I'm still here, child. It's and in some ways, I think because I'm so down to earth and so just real with it, some ways I think that's probably held me back because I want to stay connected to you all. And I don't just say that, I do it, I show it. I stay connected with y'all by doing it. And it's just like, just think about it. When you say celebrity, the celebrities there, oh, celebrity. But Beyonce got a whole lot of fans when she started doing them personal videos and she was up there crying late at night, waking up, talking to her fans and no makeup on, just Jay-Z in there sleeping. I just wanted to come and talk to y'all because I couldn't sleep. And I just wanted to come up here and bed. She discovered that after she had went became the Beyonce, and then it's just like she she was missing something. She's missed that connection to my fans. That I need to be personal. So she came, she did this, and so I've always been doing this. So I'm doing it the reverse order that she did. She went and became a huge success, and then she came, started talking to y'all. I I started off talking to y'all, still talking to y'all, but I had did everything that I was gonna do. I had became a huge success in the gay community, but this has put me in a whole nother light, honey. All my fans not gay. All my fans not gay, honey. So I'm connecting to my fans all over the world. All my fans not black. All my fans not just in the United States. So baby, I'm telling you, so maybe, and this thought just popped in my head, maybe uh I'm going to be where I want to be when I reach 100 million laughing hyenas. And who's to say that it's going to be YouTube to tell me that I have 100 million? God already know the number of laughing hyenas that I already have, and some of them are not registered through YouTube. So I may be closer to 100 million laughing hyenas than I think. Hey, Doris. But I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm just enjoying the journey, honey. I am just enjoying the journey. And that is, I have learned, I have, through my career, I have learned respect more. Not only respect of myself, but respect of other people's. I have learned patience. I am learning. I have learned a little taste, but I am learning even more forgiveness. Like I said, sorry for finding your social media so late. If it wasn't for the Zoe interview, I don't know when I would have caught up eventually, but and support you. You're climbing higher and higher in Jesus' name. Thank you. Who's that? King of me, thank you. And what amazes me, you have not changed. You're not a rude legend. You're more than a queen who reads kids. You're relatable. As they say, not a rude legend. You have not changed. I Let me tell you this. Let me say this, Courtney. And Courtney has been there when I was living in Houston. Courtney, no. Courtney has been with me from the beginning. When I say from the beginning, Courtney has been with me when I didn't know Courtney was with me. But when I this is in reference to the comment Courtney just made. Courtney just said, what did it say? And what amazes me, you have not changed. You're not the rude legend. You're more than a queen who reads the kids. You're relatable. I when I was in high school, all through my life, all growing up, from my very existence from the beginning, when I was a child, when I was able to think for myself and I knew what was going on, I always knew that I was gay, and I was not comfortable sharing that with people. Even when people saw it and they came and they asked me, "Are you a sissy? Are you gay? You like boys? You like?" I wasn't comfortable talking to people about that. I wasn't comfortable sharing that. I was embarrassed because I knew how people felt about it because I hear them talking about other sissies or other gay people, and I know that they feel the same way about me because that's who I am too. When I graduated high school, my very last day, and I tell y'all this all the time, my very last day, when the school bus dropped me off at home, I exhaled. I literally exhaled. All the reading and the disrespect and people being nasty and mean towards me about who I was and all that, I didn't have to go through that no more. I was just like, oh, I don't have to go to school no more. I'm finished. I graduated. I don't have to do that. And once I became an adult, then I went to college. First year in college, after I graduated high school, went to college. And once I became an adult, it was it was me. I was me. I was no longer hiding who I was. I was me. And I have been me ever since. And it has been like, and then some people think that, child, that's just such a small thing, for you to just say, I'm being me, I'm being my authentic self. Some people have taken their life because they couldn't be they couldn't be their authentic self. Some people are going back and forth in the hospital because they can be their authentic self. Some people are seeing psychologists and psychiatrists because they couldn't be them authentic self. Some people have to medicate themselves because they can't be their authentic self. So, me knowing that my mom, although we never had the conversation, but eventually we finally got to the point where she know that this is who I am. But when my mom knew, my dad knew, everybody else didn't matter. So from that point on, I have always been who I am. I don't care if I'm hanging with the president of a university, the president of the United States, the president of RCA Records, the president of V103, the president. I don't care who I'm around. I am me. I'm no longer hiding me. I'm no longer ashamed of me. I am going to always be me. I don't care who has a problem with it. Whoever has a problem with it, that is their problem. And I'm not going to make somebody else's problem my problem. Because I know what it took for me to get to this space. And I'm not finna let somebody that has a problem with me being me send me back to high school days. Just not happening. It's just not happening. And so I'm not. A lot of people get in trouble because they try to be one way in this group of this circle of people, and another way. When you go in the boardroom, you have to be this way, and when you at the club, you have to be this way, and when you go to church, you have to be this way. Girl, that's just crazy. Just trying to think about who am I supposed to be in the boardroom? Who am I supposed to be? Oh, child, if you're the same person everywhere you go, you don't have to worry about that. And when people have something negative to say about that, that's not your problem. That's their problem. And you do not have to address that. You do not have to go back and forth with somebody about who you are. Because when you do that, it's just like you making them think that they can tell you who you are. Just like, baby, you can say you can say what you feel about who I am. But as far as who I am, if you want to know who I am, the only person that's going to give you that information is me. And just because you sitting over there going off and trying to read and saying this and all that about who you think I am, I don't have to answer to that because that's your opinion. And your opinion of me doesn't matter to me. Now, if I have a discussion with you and I tell you who I am, and then you sit up and your opinion of me is not who I told you who I was, now you're being disrespectful. But usually people that have opinion of you and they have negative opinion of you, those people that have they ain't even been invited inside your circle. They ain't had nary conversation with you. They having a general conversation about gay people, and you cannot generalize nobody. Just like you can't just have no conversation about black people and think that apply to all black people. You can't have no conversation about Asian people think it apply to all Asians, Hispanic, women, men, gays, bisexuals, transsexuals, pansexuals, whatever. You can't have a general conversation about one group of people and think it apply to everybody. Child, please. That don't work. But it's just like ever since that day when I stepped off that bus and I exhale, and my mama know that what I am, everybody else, it don't matter. And then you end up wasting time that you're not gonna get back trying to convince somebody of who you are or their opinion of you is not right. Yes, honey. You're welcome. I needed to hear just this message this morning. Thank you. You're so welcome, honey. It's just like, yes, yes. And then life in general. Yes, I love you. Please always protect your energy. Some people come around with hidden agendas. Yes, you have to. You have to, honey. Got your nightmare shadow. You still not talking to me? I don't know who is this. Why am I not talking to you? Mm. Yes, honey. Fly. Who is Fly? Who is Fly? Who is Fly? Oh, no, Fly. Oh, excuse me. Fly Black Boy. What you mean still not talking to you? When did I stop talking to you? The last time I spoke with you, honey, I was praying for you. How am I not talking to you? Oh, you just want some attention. You know that ain't true. See, like Grandma say, a lie don't care who tell it. It just want to be told. Your sister still got that car. Mama. What's that? Momoy. Mama. Any upcoming projects? Yes, I have plenty. Let's see. Tonight I'm hosting a birthday party at the Atrium. May celebrating her birthday, so I'm gonna be hosting that show at the Atrium tonight. Then on the 5th of April, I'm going to be at Virgil's, what is it, Gully Kitchen restaurant, hosting a speed date. It's two sessions. I think one started at 5:30, then the other one started at 8:30. Speed dating contest. Then on the 6th, I'm going to be hosting where I'm performing. I'm performing, child, and doing a little something on the mic for this child for his birthday at Mix. And then on the 14th, the 15th through the 19th of April, I'll be in Orlando, Florida for Big Bar Pride. Big Bar Pride, Orlando. Look, what is my, I got it right here, honey. That's what I was doing, going through my stuff. Uh, Look, April the 5th, virtual speed dating. Uh, then we're getting ready to do a Saturday brunch and a dinner on Saturday, and it started April the 10th. Me, Raquel, Naisha, Tasia, Taji, uh, Beautiful, Stasha, and the Cherry Boom. hmm I'm trying to read this. And then March 27th, that's the day I'll be at May's birthday party. May the 2nd, I'll be in New Orleans for my sister Princess Darrenisha birthday show. Uh, Labor Day, I'm working on an event with Roman Tejour. They're trying to bring me to Las Vegas for the Sin City, something they have in Las Vegas. That's going to be Labor Day. That Friday through Monday. Ju- May the 30th, I'm going to be at my daughter's birthday show in I think it's in Tampa. Antoinette, her birthday show is going to be her anniversary show is going to be the 25th. Uh, no, her 25th anniversary. Baby, let me get it right. Huh? May the 30th, my daughter's 25th anniversary show is going to be in Tampa, Florida, I believe. What else? July the 17th, I'll be in Richmond, Virginia for Pride. What else? May the 28th, I'm going to be in San Antonio for Miss San Antonio US of A pageant. July the 9th through the 13th, T.S. Madison, Mexico trip. July the 3rd and 4th, North America pageantry. And July the 4th, Kim's house party. So that's it, child. Oh, Memphis, Juneteenth. I'll be in Memphis for that. For their Pride weekend. I'll be there for the brunch, and then I'll be going to Jackson, Mississippi for a show. I think that's the 19th as well. So I'll do the brunch in Memphis, and then at night I'll be in Jackson, Mississippi. So I gotta get all this up on my site so y'all can get my calendar together. But was it difficult for you to book shows starting out? Oh, you should go to Wisconsin, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and do a show. We'll book it. I'll be there. Was it difficult for you to book shows started out? You know what? I started out. It wasn't. I'm trying to see. It was. I didn't do talent night. Like talent nights, I didn't do talent night. I went to school for theater. And then I went to the gay club and I saw the show and I saw the MC hosting the show and I was like, I could do that. They just acting. I'm going to school for theater and they just acting. So I've always wanted to be the MC and do the comedy like what I'm doing now. And I never did talent nights. It's just that now that I think about it, I was blessed and I was lucky because my gay mama was the manager of the club. So so I was already a part of the in crowd because my gay mother was the manager of the club. And then my gay mother was doing pageants. So I would be in her talent. Like like I was in her talent. My gay mama's pageants. You know, when she do pageants, I'd be in her talent. Like the wedding scene, I was a bridesmaid and all that stuff. So then from that we started going to a lot of pageants. You know, she doing pageants, she going doing Miss USA, doing Miss Texas and da 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 da. And, and so from that, I uh I used to always be Like no matter what she put me in her talent, it was always like that little child right there always stealing the scenes. That little child is the scene stealer. And that little child, they was always I was labeled the person that was upstage in my gay mama in her talent. And it's just like, and I got a name. Everybody be like, oh, there go that child, there go Miss Thang. She in the girl talent. She gonna upstage her. And so from that, I I competed. I competed for Miss Texas America. I didn't win. I competed for Miss Texas US of A. I didn't win. But now we have started. This child has started doing like the new kids on the block. So it's just like she's doing the new kids on the block. So we do the show. She got me to host the show because it's new kids. So I'm the host of the show. Then we got Chevelle Brooks, Portia Paris, all them folks and all that. Chevelle them say, no, let it happen. You so, but anyway, they say I was already old. They were new. So my mother is Christy Coleman. She's deceased now. So I was doing that, hosting a show for her. Then they was like, well, y'all, we was only doing it like for her birthday. Then they're like, y'all need to do the show. So we do it for, like, she'll do it, put together a show for a holiday or something. Then it was like, y'all need to do it once a month. Y'all need to do it. So anyway, so I started hosting shows like that. So then I competed for USA, Miss Texas USA, and Texas Newcomer, Miss Texas Newcomer. It was like 50 some contestants. I came in like second runner up. That was my first pageant. I ain't never did no talent night or nothing like that. Just jumped in this pageant, child. But anyway, I was second runner up out of 50 some girl. And then I did Miss Texas America one time. I ain't win. Went did Miss Texas USA. Did Miss Houston America. I know it stopped or something, but we back. Did Miss Houston. So then this Craig asked me, the owner of Miss Texas USA, asked me if I would host the talent portion of Miss Texas. I was like, yes. I was like, yeah. And he only knew me from being in my, he knew me from a couple of pageants I did. And then, you know, he know I MC the show for Randy, which is who put the show together for the new kid. And he knew me from my mama's talent. So I host that Miss Texas, US of A. And then he kept bringing me back to host Miss Texas US of A. So after like my third or fourth year hosting Miss Texas US of A, they had a situation to occur with the host of Miss Gay US of A. So Craig Henderson and Jerry Bird, they like this. Craig owns Miss Texas US of A and Jerry Bird owns Miss US of A. So they was having a situation with their host. And so Jerry asked Craig to ask me if I would host the final night of Miss Gay US of A. I'm like, yes. I'm like, yes, son. I ain't never competed for Miss USA. And then for me to go in here and host the final night of the talent portion of Miss Gay USA, and I'm like, yes. And so after that, it's just like that's when Black Universe wanted me to host the final night of Miss Black Universe. Or come host talent for Miss Black Universe. And after that, it was just like it just took off. Me MCing just took off. Everybody wanted me to MC. Everybody wanted me to come and MC. So I hope I answered your question. But that was the process. I didn't do talent nights, did a couple of pageants, and I've always wanted to do the hosting of the show. And I never wanted to wear the makeup. The makeup was I only applied the makeup to get my foot in the door. Because get my foot in the door and, you know, like my unit and my lipstick, I was just, they weren't having that. They weren't having it. When in Rome, do like Romans do. So I had to go in there and act like I was one of them. And then once I was got my foot in the door, and Miss Texas really put my foot in the door. And then when Miss USA came and asked me to host the final night, that was it. I was in. So once I was in, I was able to do who I wanted to do. And I talked about this when I was in the interview with Zoe. I started peeling off the makeup and stuff. Just like, no, I ain't never wanted to do all this. I was just doing this to get in. I'm in now. So then I started doing my I started doing my like lipstick and a one eyeshadow or some cheeks or something, just crazy comedy makeup. And he said, "What made you do the gospel?" What made me do the gospel was because I felt like God was everywhere. Religion is very important to me, and and I always this just like I would never want to lose my connection with you all. I never wanted to lose my connection with Him. And although people would have a lot of people had problems with us doing gospel music in the clubs, but my thing was I felt like God was everywhere. God knew my heart. God knew who I was. The reason that I'm in the position that I'm in is because of God. So this is a small way that I could show Him that I appreciate Him. So that's why when I started doing shows, when I do shows, I was always doing gospel music because number one, gospel music is my favorite music. So then it's just like no matter what people say, when people had situations, when people had problems with us doing gospel music in the club and everything, I didn't listen to the noise because I wasn't doing it for those people. I was doing it for me, and it was personal to me, and it was my way of saying thank you, God, for putting me in this position and for leading me through all these open doors. Because me hosting the Fine Line of Miss Gay US of A, and I have never competed for Miss US of A, that's unheard of. And then I became the official Fine Line MC of talent for Miss Gay US of A. Never been Miss US of A. Never competed for Miss Gay US of A. So then it's just like, and then everybody else is doing all this. Everybody else is doing the circular music on the show. You got somebody doing, R&B. You got somebody doing, rap. You got somebody doing all this other music. But it's very rare that somebody is doing gospel. So that was my thing. It's just like, okay, so not only can I just thank you, but I'm going to show you. Every time I'm on the show, if I'm going to do a song, it's very seldom that I don't do a gospel song when I'm on the show, especially when I'm on the cast. I'm coming with the gospel song. I'm gonna do because everybody else is doing everything else, so I have to be at least I'm the one. And even if I don't do a gospel song, I'm gonna give him some praise during the show while I'm hosting and everything. But yes, honey. So that's just my little way of saying thank you to him. And then on top of that, to show like the people, like I was saying, people have problem with us doing the gospel music in the club to show that I was doing the right thing is when people would come up to me after the show and say that, I lost my mom, I lost my sister, I lost my butcher, I lost my dog, I lost her. I was in a very dark place and blah, blah, blah. And you did that gospel song. And that was my mama's favorite gospel song. And my mama loves her, such, and stuff like that. People would come up and say, so this is your confirmation, not the people. Cause see, if I'd have given in to the people who didn't like us doing gospel music in the club, then I'd have never had that moment with that person, and I'd have never reached that person that was in a dark space because I gave in to the naysayers. It's just like I kept going, kept pushing, and kept doing it because I'm not doing it for the naysayers. I'm doing this. First of all, I'm just doing this to thank God for what He has done for me. And in the midst of me thanking Him for what He has done for me, I am also aiding and helping other people to get through dark times through His music. So it's just not only helping me, but it's helping other people too. So after that, it was just like, oh, okay. But what was the other question? What's your favorite song to perform? My favorite gospel song, my favorite. Now I know y'all favorite is No Failure or Jesus Can Work It Out. That's y'all favorite. But my favorite is Yolanda Adams. This battle is not yours. The live version from Washington, live in Washington. Yolanda Adams. This battle's not yours. Mr. Phil, how do you get your thumb to bend back that far? Look, and then I don't know because somebody else brought that up. They bring that up. They said, "Are you double jointed?" And I'm just like, "Hey, can everybody do that?" I didn't think it was going back. I was just thinking, I just thought everybody was able to do that. I didn't know that was something that everybody can't do. I don't know, honey. It just is. I love the world by Whitney. Hey, Miss Juicy Reviews. What's going on? Yes. Ah, next. What's the next question? What's next? Y'all know when I go to answer a question, y'all need to hold back on y'all questions because I'm talking and I ain't gonna see it. I have to scroll back. Scroll back and see it. Lemon Cooler eyeshadow, LOL classic, yes. Everybody still remember that Lemon Cooler. All promoters, please book my mother Hyena to host your red carpet. Your event will be the highlight of the wear. Yes, honey. Protect Lil Nas X. I saw Lil Nas X. He released a new album the other day. A new album came out, baby. Sitting up there with the red braids. I want to meet him. I want to meet him and talk to him, see where he is. Hopefully, go live more. I enjoy you and your conversation. The wisdom. Thank you. I had to step away for a second. Did you say you're still going with T.S. Madison for your birthday to Cancun? Yes, I'm still going. Looking forward to that. Was it difficult for you to book shows to starting out? I answered that, but I wasn't even trying to book show. See, back then, when I came up, although I talked about that already, when I came up, it wasn't about like you saying book shows. As opposed to booking shows back then, we were trying to get land a spot on a permanent cast. That's what we were trying to do, become a cast member. But all those slots were filled. The hosting slots were filled, the cast slots were filled. So it was just like, and then the people who were getting booked were the girls that were booked on the girls that were on cast were the ones getting booked. The Tommy Rosses, the Saka Simone's, the Tina LaBoy, the Amazing Grace, the Naomi Sims, Donna Day, the Hot Chocolates, Tasha Cole. Those the girls that were getting booked. Dion Martell, Tina McIntyre. You was on a cast, a showcase. That's what we were trying to do. We were trying to get on the showcase. Because once you was on the showcase, honey, you was a regular every week, so you weren't worried about no bookings. But then the people wanted to book when people wanted to book people for like gay pride and holiday shows and all that. That's where they would go to get the girls that they wanted to book from showcase. So I guess it was hard because if you ain't on no showcase, you ain't getting no bookings. Oh, but yes, but we're supposed to be going. T.S. Madison trying to get back on tour once COVID get out of the way, honey. The Queen Supreme Court. Cause baby, we had us a nice little run. We was doing it, baby. The Queen Supreme Court, baby. Man, they had some nice checks. They did. Miss Covanisha came and snatched our checks. Like, man, well, we ain't going, girl, but could we still get our check? Ooh. But yes, child. But all is well. All is well. Uh, the excuse me. I know some comments that came in because she just looked, just 99,000 comments that came in. They don't know why they stopped. You enjoyed us in Memphis. Let me see. Let me go back there because they ain't said Whitney or Mariah. Baby, definitely Whitney. Let me just see. Oh, when the spirit moved, served Mondays at tracks, started out playing, and the spirit showed up and showed out. Baby, baby. Child, then I told y'all, cause Ty had brought up about this time when I was in St. Louis, and baby, we was out there carrying on, honey, and I was just doing my regular spiel, and after somebody did a gospel song, but then this child that had been in the hospital for so long, everybody had gave up on her and said that she wasn't gonna make it. There, she was over there in the audience, honey. Miss Thing had started shouting, baby. We went in. Now I was just doing my thing, but she got to shouting, honey. And then I was doing my thing, honey, and I felt the shift, honey. And I was like, "Oh, baby, this real, honey." The Holy Ghost came here because even I had felt it, honey. I had, and you can tell. I listened to that video, Facebook do the, you know, back on in a year from now, 10 years ago, 9 years ago, and they did that memory, honey. And baby, I said when I did my holler, I said that's when it had hit me, honey. I was serious, honey. But and then I was telling y'all we was at brunch last Sunday when we was at brunch and I had put on a Jacarla, what's her name, Jacayla, or whatever her name, honey. Baby, if you want it, you can have it. If you need it, reach up and grab it. It's yours. Baby, this boy had almost tore this section up over there, honey. Everybody was looking like, oh, baby. Then it was like, oh, he's serious. He's shouting for real. Maybe they had to move them tables. And let me tell y'all something. The tables at the brunch, they are made of marble. And they had to move them because he had them drinks, those drinks were gone. He had already knocked them drinks off the table. And then they was like, ooh. But he had, baby, he did not play. Then later on, I had went over there. I said, you all right, baby? He said, you can't put that kind of music on. You can't put that kind of music on in here on me. Because, honey, I don't care where I'm at. If it hit me, I'm going in. Hey, Amy, 4 a.m. Right. Me too, Miss. Oh, the brunch was so good. What brunch? It sounds stuffy, love. Baby. What I am. You and Flame Monroe would be lit together. Yes, I attended 3 shows of Queen Supreme Court tour. Baby, we were mm-mm-mm. Memphis. Baby, I think that Dallas show is the one that showed out, honey. The Queen Supreme Court in Dallas, that Dallas show, Dallas had did it, baby. Derek Jackson. You want to talk to that? Derek, you want to? Oh, he watching some on CNN or something. What? Oh, he watching sports. Some sports. Trying to see about the NCAA championship. He don't want to come on here. Derek Jackson, baby, listen. Honey, God don't put more on you that you can bear. God know the whole story. I only know part of it. He know the whole story. He know exactly why he put Derek in that position. It seems like everyone is more focused on being famous and less on the crowd. What do you think? Miss Sophia, do you think Flaming Road would be a good replacement of the Few? No. 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 What was that other question? It seems like everybody is focused on being famous and less on the crowd. Well, it's like, oh, focused on it, the crowd. Hmm. I think a lot of people are focused on trying to get stuff to go viral, which is which is unpredictable. You don't know what's going to go viral. So I do think a lot of people are focused on stuff trying to go viral. And then I think a lot of people are focused on the money. And then it's just like, oh Lord, I don't want people to get mad at me. I don't want people to get mad at me. It's just like we sitting up, we having this conversation right now. We're having a conversation right now. This is a conversation that we never had. This is a new conversation. We've had many conversations, but all our conversations are different. Some people who are putting stuff on social media, it's the same stuff. They doing the same stuff. They just have on different costumes, but it's the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a read. It's just that it's the reality. It's the same stuff. But if the same stuff is working for them, why change it? If people are buying the same stuff, then why change it? It said, "What's up? What's up? Will you be watching Tina on HBO tonight at 8 p.m.? No, I'll watch it later. I'm not gonna watch it tonight because I gotta get ready for this birthday party I'm going to host tonight. Then I have to catch up and watch all of Aretha. I just saw the last part, the first part, and I missed the middle. Flame Monroe confusing to me. Why you say that? Flame Monroe confusing to you? Why you say that? Because from what I gather, Flame Monroe lets you know exactly who she is. They say Whoop is leaving the View next year. Contract is almost over. Oh, really? Child, they'll find somebody to put in there. They'll throw. Let me tell you this. uh, I keep taking my glasses off like I can see without them, honey. And I feel like trans girls are making a lot of headway. Uh, but they would put a Laverne Cox in that position before they put Flame. Flame is just Flame is just a bit too much for them. So they have to go with the safe choice. It should be Laverne. Because I don't think what you call him will want to do it. Be sitting down right there. Uh, what's her name? Janet Mock. Tell us about when you saw Tina live during her most recent tour. I ain't see it. I ain't see it, child. I heard about it. I saw the clips, but I didn't watch it. Child, no why I'm yawning because it's time. It's past my snack time. I ain't had no snack. You see, I'm in here. That fan on. You hear that fan, honey? Let me see. She not moving. I know it's coming in. You said Flame does not have enough comedy. You haven't been following Flame. Flame been out there for a while. Hey, Keisha. Flame about there a while. Flame been out there a while, honey. Flame got sidetracked. Come to think of it, Flame had got into it with Cheryl Underwood. That's why Flame. That's why Flame career been at a halt because she got into it with Cheryl Underwood. when Cheryl Underwood was hosting Comic View. Flame was on there. And she went out there when Cheryl introduced her. She went out there and she said, "Thank you, Wesley Snipes." She went up there and said, "Thank you, Wesley Snipes, baby. Y'all had felt all honey." And she was in there laying into Cheryl Underwood, baby. But when Cheryl got that mic back, Cheryl had went ham. My friend called her Herman the Monster looking motherfucker. Baby. And honey, Cheryl had Cheryl told the comedy club, baby, if y'all book her, do not book me. She said, do not ever book me at your club. Cheryl was very, baby, Cheryl was mad, honey. Cheryl, I see, I love everybody. I ain't said nothing to her. I ain't did nothing to her. I don't disrespect her. I don't know nothing about. He said, well, y'all go to that. Baby, Cheryl got the mic. Baby, you could Google it, honey. You could Google it. Flame Monroe and Cheryl Underwood. Baby, Cheryl was mad. Cheryl was mad, but baby, she had Flame banned from the comedy club. They blackballed Flame. Cheryl told them if y'all book Flame at y'all comedy club, don't ever book her to come back. So it's just like Flame knew Cheryl is out here, honey. So who y'all think? No, the video is gone. They done took it down. They must have just took it down because you can always Google that video, honey. It'll come up. Baby, please. Baby, that video, they ain't took that down. Honey, Cheryl was mad. And then I bet it said, see, when I was working, at the other radio station, they used to send me, like I was an entertainment reporter, so they would send me to LA for press junkets and all of that. And then I was went to a comedy because they had a comedy convention, and I went to cover the comedy convention, and that's when I met Cheryl. And Cheryl was so nice, and she was nice, and then you could tell she was trying to gauge me, like this was after the flame situation that happened, like years after that happened. So I could tell she was trying to gauge whether or not I was one of the gays that was mad at her because she she blackballed Flame, and she was just reading Flame. She was trying to gauge me. It was like, girl, we cool. You ain't did nothing to me. I ain't did nothing to you. Our relationship is built on what we build, not about what somebody else did. But I know that you had it in you. If you talk about my sister like that, I know if you get mad at me, you'll talk about me like that too. But we good. But honey, that was Flight Cheryl got the mic back, and the people was laughing. They was like, the people was like, ooh, Cheryl finna get her. Ooh, and the people was like, they was like, ooh, ooh. And Cheryl was like, go ahead, get it out, get it out. Y'all go ahead and get it out, cause I'm gonna say so. Go ahead, go ahead. Cheryl said, well, let me just say this. I first of all, yeah, we already talked about Cheryl and gone. Cheryl say, I ain't say nothing. I don't bother nobody. I ain't say nothing to that person. That person don't know me. And, you know, that was very disrespectful. Very disrespectful for you to come out here. You don't know me, and I don't know you, and I ain't said nothing to you. I ain't bothered you, and I have not disrespected you in no way. But you come out here and you call me Wesley Snipes. It's very disrespectful. You Herman the Monster looking motherfucker. And from there, she just kept going. Baby. And Flame's career. Cause see, it's just like, and I assume I know. And look, I I I I think what Flame had in her mind. I don't think Flame intentionally went out there to be disrespectful or to come across as disrespectful. Flame is she's at this time she's a female impersonator. She in full drag and she's doing stand up. She is like a first really, you know. She in drag doing comedy. And she has crossed over to the mainstream stage. She's not doing it in the gay community. She's crossed over to mainstream. She's on Comic View. So her introduction, this is her introduction to the straight world of comedy. I think what she had in mind was to start a rival with somebody who is well established in the comedy world. That way they can say, just like with any rival, it's like, Jeezy and such beefing. So every time you see Jeezy and such, you wonder if Jeezy gonna say something about such and such, and then when they gonna be at the Source Awards, then everybody looking if Jeezy and such gonna go. So I think Flame was going at it from that perspective. She's just like, if I can get in here and get me a battle going with somebody that's established on the comedy circuit, then they'll help put my name out there. But the mistake she made was, if that was your intention, you should have talked to Cheryl about that beforehand. It's like, girl, listen, this is I'm trying to get a break in the comedy done, and you establish it. I just want to get this little rivalry going on between me and you, and that way it can just like, we both win. But when you don't have that conversation with Cheryl, and you just go out there and you just lay into Cheryl, and it's just like, it backfired on her. But baby, so now she getting the second win. She getting uh get out of here. Get out of here. Corrupt 1985. About speaking of roasting, I just watched the Cat Williams and Big Wanda battle a few hours ago. Baby. Oh my God, honey. Again. Again. God protected me. He protected me, honey. That I was on vacation that week. I was gone. I was in Puerto Vallarta, honey. I'll never forget. I was in Puerto Vallarta with Sensation. Would you ever work with V103 again? What happened with that? Yes, I work with V103 again. Listen, that is a job. That is a job. Like when I first went, I was excited to be on the radio, but I came here to do comedy, and I ended up on the #1 morning show, honey, helping them maintain their #1 status, honey. I was, baby, yes, and then it just like after I left, what I thought, but I was excited because it was my first time. Then I wasn't even coming down here for radio, and I ended up getting this gig. That was a gig of a lifetime, baby. Yes, honey. So then after I left, then the things that I thought about radio, I knew the reality of radio and what it was. So then I went back. So I've been back. That's why I'm in Atlanta now, because I had moved back to go back to V103. And but I was there for another year. Then the situation ended again. They didn't renew my contract. But if they call me, yeah, I go back, because I'm going back under my terms and with, I know what I want. And if they ain't giving me what I want, then I ain't going back. But yeah, it's never off the table for me not going back. Why did it end? The contract, they didn't renew my contract this go around. First time, they didn't want to give me a raise, so I ended up slacking up on the job, only giving them exactly what my job description said. No more, no less. Only. So because I had fed them more than what my contract obligations were, so they was used to that. So then when they say they weren't gonna give me no raise, I only gave them what my contract stipulated, honey. And they weren't used to that. I knew they weren't finna have that, so and then I couldn't quit because I wouldn't have got my benefits and stuff. I would have lost out on all of that. So I had to just sit there patiently and wait for them to tell me they're going in another direction. So, but yeah, I go back because I negotiated my contract. I'm going to get my money. I'm going to get my money. I don't care about all the other stuff. I don't care. As long as my money right, yeah, I'll go back. They call me today. If my money right, they can guarantee me my money in writing. I'm over there. You see stuff that you got to learn, and that takes growing. Me, I have to grow to that. Got to take your person when you're dealing with stuff like that. You have to take your personal feelings out of that, and don't put your personal feelings in that to get hurt. So I have taken. So when I go back and I go over there, it's nothing personal. When they say they weren't renewing my contract the last time, I wasn't hurt. I wasn't upset. I wasn't offended. I wasn't mad. I wasn't pissed off. I just walked on. Okay, let's go. It's over. Because I went over there with, and I did. I went over there and I didn't put my personal feelings in my contract. That was a business deal, and our business is over. So because it was a business deal, and I didn't have my heart and my soul on in that business deal. It was only numbers. I was only over there for numbers. That was our agreement, numbers. I didn't have to put my heart and soul in that. So I was able to walk away, unscarred the second time. But the first time I left, I ended up being scarred, but I had to figure out why was I scarred. And it was because I fell for the We Are Family. You part of IV 103 family. I bought that. I was because my definition of family, just like some people definition of friend, my definition of friend is I'm thinking everybody. My definition of friend, my definition of family is universal. But it took being in a situation like that, a hurtful situation like that, to figure out that no, that's your definition. You did not ask them what their definition of family is. You just assumed that their definition of family was the same as yours. Now, whose fault is that? Oh, I don't get that. You should go to this nation, child. They know where I am. If God want me over there, He'll send me over there. I'm going wherever God take me. That's where I'm gonna go. But He got something greater for me. I know, honey. And I do believe it's right around the corner because of certain things that's been going on. I do believe it's right around the corner. Like the song say, you're next in line. Just gotta be ready and keep smiling, keep shining. Know you can always count on God for sure. Mm. But yes, child. And then look at me, baby. If I didn't tell you my age, you couldn't guess how old I was. that's, that's why he keep me looking youthful. Yes, got my skin looking all peachy. That's why, honey, cause he know they ain't gonna know. They're not gonna believe when I do that movie. I'm 173 years old. Ah, yes, Lord, honey. But I said I was up. Let me go on here. What time is it, child? What time is it? It'd be time for me to go host a birthday party in a minute. Then the brunch. I need y'all to go to falltackler.com. Falltackler.com. That's when we go celebrate a weekend up in the mountains with Sean Joyner. And go to falltackler.com and register. $100 registration fee, but tell them that I sent you that way, and your registration fee is $50. You get $50 off of your package deal. Oh, 5:12 a.m. Central. So that what? 4 something Eastern? 4:12 Eastern? But yes. What was I saying? Oh, falltackler.com. Halloween weekend. Did I have that? I don't have it on my lineup, do I? Uh-uh. See there? All I need is you. 6 East. Oh, it's 6. What? He is PJ Pick. What's that, PJ Pick? Mm-hmm. Yes, child. So my sleep is off. Let me get my sleep right. Then I can get to this tonight. The birthday party for May. Tomorrow the brunch. And Monday the Stars of the Century 2.0. When is the 5th? Then I'll be at Birds for the that's next Monday for the speed date, and then the 6th, that next Tuesday, I'll be at that birthday party at Mix. And then that next weekend I'll be ready to head out to Orlando, Florida for Big Boy Pride, April the 15th through the 19th. But I'm gonna be there. I'm leaving. They fly me out on the 14th. I'm flying me out the day before. Mm. Big Boy Pride, honey. Oh, then it's run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. My cash app, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. That's what they be doing on Bigo. Run it up, run it up. Oh, Fly Black Bar, run it up, run it my cash app, run it up, run it up, run it up. Run it up, run it up. What they call this on here? Uh, what is it? Uh, what they be doing on here? What they call it when y'all? Let me send myself some money on here. What is it? Mm, Send myself some money on here so I can get my check. So y'all know I ain't got a check from YouTube in 2 months. I ain't made my quota because I ain't been on here. I ain't got my check on YouTube from 2 months, honey, because I ain't made the quota. I've been in, I've been in deliberation with God. I didn't want y'all to see me like that. I just, I didn't want it to slip through, honey. I didn't want to have no Monique moments with y'all, so I just stayed away. I can't wait to interview you. Please post your booking soon. Uh, go to my Facebook, Sophia McIntosh, and send me a message, inbox me a message or a number or something. I'll call you. We'll set it up. None of my moderators on here this morning. None of my moderators. There ain't no moderators in here. Bree. Where's Bree? Jalen, Ty. I ain't none of the moderators in here. They all asleep, baby. They tired. Do you think Aretha's first son is by her father? That's the word that's been out forever and a day, but they saying that it's somebody else. Hmm. All right. So I'll get in contact with you. Where are you? Where you live? Are you in Atlanta? He is PJ Pick. Are you in Atlanta? Where are you? You in LA? Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Oh, okay. Winston-Salem. So this is a virtual interview you want to do. Is that what you want to do? A virtual interview? Video interview. Oh, hey, Nene Blue. Corrupt 1985. Get out of here. To my good luck with that Facebook page. You do better by trying. It's hard to get in touch. You do better by. Thank you, Mariah. What is that called? What they call it when you get money on here? Okay, virtual conversation. Super chat. Yes, super chat, honey. Yes, I'm gonna have to super chat myself so I can get my check. I ain't got a check from them in 2 months, honey. They said, well, you ain't been chatting. How you gonna expect a super chat check and you ain't been chatting? Okay, I'll call you. No, that's on what's called them beans over there on Bigo. I would love to have you on Truthful Tuesdays. Oh, now all y'all want to book me. When are you gonna get back to Madison? Get back with Madison. We miss you together. With COVID, get out of here. Mm. When COVID, we gotta get Miss COVID. Let Miss Covanisha have her way, honey. Quota. Yes, honey. You gotta make a quota before you get your check from YouTube, honey. They'll hold it until you make that quota. I think it rolls over to the next month. So even with me rolling over for 2 months, it still didn't make my quota. Cause I haven't been on here, honey. I haven't been on here, child. I'm gonna do better. And the month that I've been gone is Women's History Month. How dare I disappear during Women's History Month? Y'all know March is Women's History Month. I done disappeared during our month. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Karan. 1985. Come on, 200 beans. Thank you, Karan, for them 200 beans. Oh, but I have to go get me something to chew. Give me something to eat, honey. I don't know what's to eat. Mm. Cereal. But I have to have some bananas to go with my cereal, and we don't have no bananas. Ain't no bananas. Uh, this was fun. Thank you. Coffee time. You know, I ain't no coffee person. I ain't no coffee person. Yeah, I'll be drinking coffee early in the morning. I will drink a soda, honey. You hear me? Before I drink some coffee. Mm. Had some moonshine. I ain't even took a swig of that. And then Bree not here, so I can show y'all this. Bree not here. She told me to stop drinking these. Bree told me to stop drinking these, honey. I love. They had a little beads in there. Do y'all see them floating around in there? Y'all see it floating around in there, baby. Oh, I love these. Mm. Oh, what else? Y'all know, honey. You just never know when you get snackish. You never know if you're gonna want chips or skin. Ooh. You love those too? Mm. Yes, honey. Nene. Those drinks are good. Then when they cold, and then the balls and that Mary Man Sunday meal. What? Yes, YouTube take a portion of your money on super chat. But I guess, honey, there's a fee, honey. It's just like the government with taxes. Baby, everybody got to get their portion. They got to get a fee, honey. They can't just let us make a profit and they don't make nothing from the profit. Just like the government doing with weed. They don't mind you selling weed now as long as they can get a profit from it. They don't mind you selling your body in Las Vegas as long as you're a registered prostitute. Government long get some money. As long as you can get some, they can get some of your money, honey. Uh-uh. Yes, honey. I got my snacks. I gotta have my snacks, honey. You never know, honey. You just never know. I'm almost out. I'm almost out, Jasmine. It's time for SimoneNuts.com. I'm gonna go donate all this. I'm gonna donate this stuff. You said no honey buns? Mama, this AM? Baby, listen. I gotta do a honey bun run. I gotta do a honey bun run, baby. Out of honey buns. Fresh out. Fresh out of honey buns. All right, what else? What else? We get ready to get off of here, honey. I have to go down there. I'm gonna go make. I was just getting ready to say I'm gonna go down here and make me some eggs in a frame. Don't have no bread. Ate the last of the bread, child. So I ain't got no frame. Just got eggs with no frame. You make a honey bun cake, I would love it. Hey, Inevitable 927. Well, make me one and freeze it and send it to my P.O. box. Go over there and put it on some dry ice. When you freeze it, put it on dry ice and send it to my P.O. box. Oh, baby. Baby honey child. Something the way you make me feel. All right, yeah, I'm getting ready to get off of here, honey. You know, Denzel. None of my moderators showed up today. All the moderators gone. Look at my nail. I got one nail. People think I snort coke, honey, because I let this one pinky nail grow. All the nails, I done cut them so they can grow the same pace. This one right here, she already needs to be filed down. All right. And them man, they all broke up in them corners, up in the skin, baby. So I'm just holding on to this and see how long she'll last. She getting back out there though. Look at her. She's gone. And I could tell how long she getting because she's getting ready to do the can't to speak with you. I know that means can't wait to speak with you. Lakeisha, it's morning, baby. You talking about good night. It's morning. I'll be there. I'll be up in Virginia, honey. When am I coming to Virginia? It's in June. Is it July? Lakeisha, I'll be in Virginia, but July the 17th, Pride weekend. I'll be there that weekend. July the 17th, I'll be there. So get ready to go get me some Popeyes chicken, Lakeisha. Mm-hmm. Uh, right, Jana. Getting ready to get out of here. I see you up early enough to do the morning show. That's why I'm up. Because y'all done threw my sleep schedule off up there in that morning show with y'all. They threw my sleep schedule off. Oh, I'm just now supposed to be waking up with Folgers in your cup. And I don't even drink coffee. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll make sure the next live they add me to the moderator list. Finally, I got approved October 2, 2019. What's that? Oh, finally, I got approved October 2019. Corrupt 1985. I'm going to tell International Vogue, book you for August 28, 29. I need you here. Who was that? mm, mm, T-Drick. Is that T-Drick? Who is that on International Vogue? Is that his name? Keydrick, right. Keydrick. I worked International Vogue 1 year. I worked International Vogue 1 year. I was there. That's that pictures what I'm putting on everybody crown. I have on all the different ends, all the special guests. I took a picture of all the crowns. That's about you'll never win if I ain't gonna never compete. So if I don't compete, I know I ain't gonna win. They say it's bad luck when you wear them crowns. I mean, I put on all the crowns that year, took pictures in them. They said you'll never win. Say I'm not gonna compete, baby. Baby, my competing days are over. In the pageant, me competing in the pageant, girl, you think I'm finna go try to compete in a pageant? For what? Why would I compete in a pageant? I'm already missed everything. Thunderstorms rolling in. Where? Where are you? I'll be in Memphis for Pride. Juneteenth, I'll be in Memphis. Mm. Now yonder. Queen Honey Blue Blue. Good morning, beautiful Miss Sophia and everyone. Good morning, Queen Honey. Nashville, coming from the west. Oh, in Nashville, we had our little storm yesterday. It came through. Maybe they said the little weather advisory. Well, the tornado watch until that was the day before yesterday, 11:45 p.m. Oh, Sheila, Baby, I'm trying to figure out what I can go eat. Since I can't get my egg in the frame with no bread. But now that I think about it, I think it's some biscuits here. I'm having egg biscuit and ham and cheese. Let me go get a what do you call a sandwich with no bread? What do you call it? That's probably what I have. Oh, grits sound good. Grits sound good, but you got the egg, no toast, no bread, no coffee. It's one of these three drinks. One of these three drinks. No coffee. The storms were bad in Birmingham. Yeah, honey, they came through that. Didn't they kill a couple of people in Alabama? Cheerios. I got some Frosted Flakes. I don't have no bananas. I've been wanting bananas in my cereal. Sliced bananas in my cereal. We don't have no bananas. Yes, child. I saw that on the news. Mm, mm. Hey, Amy. Queen Honey Blue say, hey, Amy. All right, I love y'all. Look, I was gonna say, is that rain? You said it's storming. Is it rain? That's the fan. I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to sing a song, I share a laugh or two. And before you ever know it, the morning show got my sleep schedule thrown off. Comes the time for us to show it. And we have to say to each other, so long. This the time I'm supposed to be getting up right now. But because the morning show done threw my schedule off, I get up and come on here live, go live. Ty wasn't in here. Ty asleep, baby. They're gonna be, Mama was on. You're welcome. You're welcome, Amy. Your storm just made your lights blink. Candace, so long. Jenna. Jenna, what are you doing today, Jenna? Jenna, what are you doing today? I can't eat no noodles. If I eat one more noodle, I can't eat no noodle. Nothing, hopefully. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days for you. Just do nothing. Mm. Let me go see. That thunder and lightning ain't no joke. No, it's not, honey. It's serious. Mm. I'm gonna give me something to chew. I think I'll make some salmon cakes for lunch today. Oh, okay. All right, have a blessed day, everyone. I'll see you all later. Go get me some rest so I can get up and go to this host this birthday party tonight. Birthday show. Let's see. Let me take my glasses off and cut it off. That way I ain't got to try to read no more comments. Because as long as y'all comment, I'm going to stay here reading. And see, now I can't see it. I'm trying to squint and read it, honey. Love you all. Love you. Look. Good morning. Love you and stay safe and blessed. Thank you. Don't kill no salmon in process, okay? That's the point. Oh, that's the point. Keep writing comments so I can stay. Oh, okay. Let me stay.